Hello. The episode dives right into the mystery. Not only does Brice vanish before everyone's eyes, but Kat reappears in a cryo cell. Wait, Kat? Isn't she already dead? Yes, in our reality she is. It turns out that this Kat is from another universe, and Kelly discovers that Brice is still alive but in Kat's world. When leaving FTL, it appears like two versions of Arc 1 collided. The universe we are familiar with will be referred to as Arc 1, and the parallel reality is Arc 2. You've got to adore other universes. Kat arrives in this universe since the previous Kat is no longer alive. Brice travels to the other planet because their version of him has died. It's a fantastic look at what could have been, but only if Arc 1 hadn't been hit at the opening of the series. This is what could have been if certain characters' lives had turned out differently. Identifying the situation in the arc for once, everyone pays attention to Alicia. It's a significant improvement over the last episode, in which many implied that Alicia was simply suffering from trauma rather than seeing what she was seeing. Trust attempted to disagree with her at times, but he was forced to concede that what Alicia was stating regarding the two parallel universes was possible. Naturally, Eva isn't thrilled with Alicia's plan to rewrite the timeline in order to get Brice back. What happens if Brice doesn't return? She is unable to live without him. Trust does not want to lose Kat, but this is not his version of her. Plus, he's far from her version of Trust. While Alicia figures things out in her reality, Brice must find someone to help him figure things out in Arc 2. He sets out to find Alicia, after locating Garnet, and discovering that they were both involved in this universe. She's not the genius she was in Arc 1, so Brice must discover this version of Trust and hope for answers. He's intended to stay in cryosleep until a solution is discovered, and Brice's presence is ideal because he can offer them part of the cure's ingredients in exchange for assistance coming home. Of course, this Trust wants his Kat back, so he does everything he can to figure out what happened. Trust 20 and Alicia 10% successfully resolve the issue. When Trust 20% forgets to include that information in the message, Alicia turns to Trust 10 and asks him which way to go. As Trust 1 responds, Alicia directs everyone to proceed in the opposite way. It makes sense, because the two Trusts will most likely say the same thing. It works too. At the end of the episode, I felt a little sorry for Trust 1. Garnet runs into Brice again in Arc 2. While she is aware that this is not her Brice, she acknowledges that this predicament has provided her with the opportunity to say farewell. She couldn't do it because he had gone to war and died a hero. It provides the closure she requires. He's intended to. Kat does not provide Trust 1 with this opportunity. She simply vanishes, and it breaks his heart to see him grip and cry over the clothes she left behind. He is still in mourning after Kat's death, and this has set him back. Spencer returns to meet Brice and asks him a question. Was his father in this parallel world? Captain Lane was present, and Spencer's father frequently disregarded and abused him. I believe Brice did the right thing in telling Spencer that Captain Lane was proud of him. However, I'm wondering if this will happen again. I hope Brice simply keeps the truth to himself. That's a good white lie, and it demonstrates how far Brice and Spencer's friendship has progressed during the season. Then there's the scene with Strickland 20 and a man on Arc 2. We learn that they are dating. This person is unlike anyone we've seen previously, yet he has a counterpart on Arc 110. We see him near the end of the episode, when Strickland runs into him. Could we see affection for Strickland? While he continues to hunt for his daughter, he has had time to mourn his husband's death. He deserves to be able to find love again.